Let's compare a word, interesting word, for, and we can compare for in English, compare in Vietnamese and Korean as well. The for means, and I studied for communication. This word is for means in English is unique. It's for the in grammar. The for is a preposition. Sometimes it will be conjunction, and then we studied English for we traveled around the world, and because we travel around the world, and then at the moment, and then for is a conjunction. Or, and I said we studied for communication, and then this is for preposition in grammar. And I asked for I look for something new at the market. And then this is a particle with the verb, and look for is purposeful verb, and this is about for the word, and then we for is the word we are comparing. Um, for example, meaning of for in Korean and quite different. So we say, um, for example, as a preposition, we say in Korean, we hire. That means uh, is in Korean. The word from we hara is some it's a carol, and then the careful or taking care of something. So the meaning is quite different. And also the purpose is itself, we can use the words as for in Korean. And also in with the conjunction, like we studied English for, we travel around the world at the moment, and we hire, and it's some because, meaning of because. And uh, the fact is uh, the word itself is different, and then it's, it's not easy to compare. For example, look for, which means we look. I looked for something new at the market, and this is find it in Korean as some word, just the only word. Because in phrasal verb, like idiom, is translated in one languages like Bob. So and then it's many different, and also the in English and then look for is means, and also the find. Some in English as well, same meaning, different words, but then in terms of the word for, and it can be many cases they use it in English, but in Korean, and then whatever we say about the purpose, and it's only one expression, or when we say about the word from preserve, and it's a new word in Korean. Let's compare in Vietnamese, and then Jo is like a preposition of the for in English is the same. So and then in Vietnamese that has a preposition and as a for, the meaning of the for in Vietnamese. And then also it's above, it means give. And then when in the sentence, and then if the word job Joe and can be used the same, and but the meaning is different. Uh, the meaning is different. Give in Vietnamese. So and I compare the word for in English, Korean, and Vietnamese, and then the word is quite different. And then so from the comparing with the three languages with the one word, but the word is different, the plural word different, position is different, and case is different. So it's from the one word, and then we can comprehend how much the languages each the, are very different in sentence in communication. But we should know about that the case when how can we use the word by translating the word or the phrases and the sentence. So and then this word affect and then not only word but also the phrase and sentences in each languages. Different word, different laws, then sometimes the meaning is different. And then when we translate the word other languages, it also can be changed. Sometimes just like a noun or book, and then it can be directly uh, translated. But if we use the preposition or conjunction or the some words and adjective, in many cases, verb, and then if we use it, the word as a several meaning, and then at the moment, the word can have a different class. Then and so we know about much more different meanings in each languages. Today I talk about four in English by comparing Korean and Vietnamese. It's unique because I talk about this from the contents of notebook LM, which in which and then two languages, for and if, are compared in English and Vietnamese as well. Now I can help you with this. Uh, let's see. I talk about one topic and then I can get to the AI. In English, my content of how can I use for, just like ask for or look for or the preposition as for in English, but the meaning of the word for in Korean and Vietnamese and quite different. So comparing for itself in Korean and Vietnamese, it's quite different in many ways after proofreading it. Okay, let's see. Comparing the word for in English to Korean and Vietnamese. Translate into Korean and Vietnamese above. I got some mispronunciation about the word. Let's see about the word for. Comparing the word for in English, Korean, and Vietnamese. When learning multiple languages, one of the most surprising discoveries is how a very common word such as for in English can be completely differently in Korean and Vietnamese. At first glance, for seems instantly, but when we look more closely, its function and meaning expand into many categories. Comparing the four of both languages shows how different the grammatical system to the English word for preposition, conjunction, and part of prayer. In English, has several words and prepositions studied for communication. You skip this before you whatever for 2 weeks. Here, for example, expression purpose, benefit, duration, or reason. Conjunction. It didn't come for the sake. Less common in modern English. Here, for is similar to because. And then part of phrasal look for answer, search for ask for. And then in this case, for is a part of a set phrase and we cannot be translated word by word. Why? For it's difficult compared with Korean and Vietnamese. We learn Korean and Vietnamese. We discover that there is no single way that equal English Korean, and each meaning or for most we translate differently. Sometimes a word in English becomes a completely different structure in Korean and Vietnamese. This shows that translate not only about word, it's about sentence pattern and grammar system. The meaning of for in Korean, multiple expression. In Korean, the English for turning into many different strokes for isolated communication. And then so tone we have the using. And when I say for someone, this is for you. Um, it's different. Such look for. I look for something at the market. And I feel what becomes the road chapter and also the word for disappears. And then fine for because he didn't come for he was sick. In Korean conjunction for tongues as well. Mm, and then for the figure of one, and then for here, and then replaces for one. In Korean, food is not one word. It becomes even as a command. And each meaning really different brand of pattern. The meaning of food in Vietnamese is more divided. Vietnamese also separate the meaning of food into different words of voice. Study for communication. Hope they will take the benefits. This is for you, cái này dành cho bạn, dành cho bạn. Search for, look for, and then think again or think, and again, no word for, just a verb. Because he didn't come, we I will then. Prohibited duration, John, I am, or simply I am. And like Korean Vietnamese bread for into different structure, they eventually be John or just the verb. What this comparison teaches us, comparing the single English word or the Korean Vietnamese word, one English word can become many expressions in other languages, so meaning depend on the sentence, not the verb itself. Phrasal like look for, ask for, wait for are not translated word by word. Translating only words is not enough. We must understand the grammar pattern and the sentence words. Each language organizes meaning differently. This uses more prepositions, while for them Vietnamese using more grammar properties, verb form, and sentence structure. This is comparison degree why languages is different when it communicates, even on small words, and shows how unique each language system is. Okay.